So something I wanted to talk about today is called victim blaming. Like when someone say, well, what did you do to deserve that? Or why you always crying the victim or playing the victim. And so it's like understanding the dynamics of victim blaming. And then someone says, I read a comment and it said, well, you need to address your childhood trauma because the only thing you're doing is continuing to talk about what somebody else has done to you. Like nobody wants to hear that or need to hear that. And me, I'm thinking the person that said those words to the victim is the one that needs severe mental health counseling. Seriously. And so, blaming the victim is like when the responsibility for harm or wrongdoing is shifted from the perpetrator to the victim. The person that has done the wrong, the wrongdoing goes on to the victim and make the victim feel bad for expressing their thoughts and feelings, right? So this can be talked about during like domestic abuse, sexual assault, bullying, and even in everyday interpersonal conflicts, right? So the essence of victim blaming lies in the belief that victims somehow contribute to their own suffering through their actions and behaviors. Like you've done something and you should receive the injustice that you received. You should receive the rape that you received because you wore the wrong clothing. You should receive the beat down that you did because you yelled at someone. You should receive whatever harsh treatment you got, and don't talk about it. I don't know. And so, I don't know. I was thinking about that. And I wanted to talk about it a little bit in another way. The weight, in the sense of the weight of the words that we say. On dismissing a person and the pain. And I start with in the shadows cast by careless tongues, where empathy is lost and sorrow clings. A heart laid bare, its truth unsung, is met with jests that cut like stings. And they say, always crying. They say it with a sneer, as if the tears are mere theatrics played. Yet in those droplets lies a world of fear, a tempest of feelings that won't be swayed. To label one as playing the victim is to strip away the layers of strife. For each tear shed is not just a symptom, it's a testament to the struggle for life. But words can wound more than we perceive. They echo in chambers where silence reigns. Dismissed emotions weave webs that deceive, creating a fortress where heartache remains. When vulnerability meets scornful eyes, the spirit retreats into shadows deep. Fear takes root where compassion dies. and the soul learns to bury what it cannot keep. So here lies the paradox of pain. To express is to risk being misunderstood. Yet silence breeds anguish, a heavy chain that binds us in solitude. We long for good. Let us tread softly on hearts laid bare, with kindness as our guiding light, for every tear tells a story rare. A plea for connection in the dark of night, in understanding healing's embrace. To listen is to honor what's true and real, for when we dismiss with a cold-hearted face, we deepen the wounds time cannot heal. It is so important to find like-minded people without being afraid. And this is how you find it, by speaking your voice.